Hey, there y'all go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the live. I'm S. Marie. Let's see who we have. Hi, Essence Joy. Hey. Hey, Charlie Shops. Welcome in. Welcome in, Pretty Girl Designs by Tasha. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Sedona. Welcome in. First, like, yes, S. Marie. Hey, Rose. Welcome in, love. Hey, Michelle. Rose says blessings all. Charlie says hi to the chat. Hey, Petty Tracy. Hey, all things with the K. Hey, y'all. What y'all doing? Happy day. What is today? I don't know what today is. Maybe Monday. Monday. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Tasha says, I'm working. Same concept, using my 25-cent curling irons and some Audibus. Ooh, nice. Oh, yeah, I saw that yesterday. Those are so nice. You're doing an awesome job on those Audibus as per usual. Just beautiful, beautiful gifts. Rose says, hey, Tasha. Hi, sweet. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up as you watch. Thank you, Kay. Yes, we have 22 people in and 28 people in and 10 thumbs up. What is this? Okay, this is just something else. I'm going to work on those gifts up there in just a minute. I did have to go to Walmart to pick up yet another prescription. And while I was there, I found some gems or a gem. Look at this, y'all. This is a 2-pack bow cake pan. So you get 2 of these pans, and they are metal. Durable, non-stick, easy release, and clean up, dishwasher safe. 2 pans. They measure roughly 12 inches by 10 inches by an inch and a little bit over an inch and a half deep. But you get 2 of them in a pack. And these were on clearance at my store for $1.39. They were in the clearance aisle. So I know it's part of Christmas because it says holiday time on there. Maybe if I stop flipping it around, you guys can see. It says holiday time on there. And with Christmas being 90% off and these being $1.39, that I would imagine they were $13.99 originally for the 2 pans. So yeah, we picked these up. Hey, Kimberly Showers, welcome in. Hey, Miss Brenda Alexander. All things what a case is, I was able to get 16 gifts in their containers last night. I worked on taping, wrapping, pricing, and bowing. A few of them today. Very nice, all things with a K. I love it. I love to hear it. Those are cute. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, aunties. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, although there was a box or 2 of those, I only got 4 packs. So, that's a total of 8 of these. Now, what am I going to do with them? I have absolutely no idea. But I do know bows are apparently a big thing, continuing to be a big thing in 2026. So, I figured with them being red and them being a bow, I would figure out how to use them. If nothing else, I could possibly just put some stuff in there and wrap it in some cellophane and call it a day. So that could be something that we do. Seeing as they are baking pans, I can put some bacon related items in here. Um, and that may be a concept, but nevertheless, I did pick up 4 of these, so I have a total of 8 of these bow pans. The bow pans, those pans are cute. They are cute. I was surprised. So we picked those up. I picked up some more foam board. So I found, I think, 10 more foam boards. I don't know if you guys are aware, but someone in my city has went around and purchased all the foam boards out of all of the Dollar Trees. So when I went in a Dollar Tree today and saw foam board, I was like, well, let me give me some foam board because these people is not playing with me. So I can only imagine that there are, especially with that amount of foam boards being purchased, like from all, I literally saw, after I went to maybe three stores, what was that, Saturday or whatever, Friday and Saturday, I ended up calling. I sat in my car and I literally called around to each of the stores and asked somebody to please go and check to see if there was foam board on the floor, if they had some foam board. And after waiting around for, multiple minutes, they would come back and say no. One lady came back immediately and said, no, the lady already came and picked them up. And I was like, what lady? And she's like, oh, well, a lady called from one of the other stores. She was at another store, and they called over here to see if we had some, and then she came over and picked them up. So I was like, oh, crap, here you go. So I continued my calls and found out that there were no more in my city. Great live cave, yes. So, Charlie says those pants are cute. Hey, Sherika, welcome in. I know, Auntie, that's what I said too. I was like, So, my thing is, if all of the foam boards are gone, then somebody's doing something with a foam board. And to buy that much foam board, I'm thinking somebody's doing Valentine's cards, like the big jumbo cards, or any of the boxes that they're creating with the foam boards, that kind of a thing. So I know it's a holiday coming up. Of course, we know that. But I've literally never had all of my stores to just not have stuff. So I thought that was very interesting. So I did pick up some more foam board when I saw it today. And what else did I get? Not much else, I don't think. I did see something else. Oh, I saw All Things with a Case says, I'm glad that you were able to find some foam board. I was too. Because, yeah, I was like, no, you didn't buy up all the foam board. So, let that be, I guess, a lesson to you guys. If there are items that you know that you're going to need craft wise, the crafters are out. They're getting their stuff, and apparently they don't mind clearing shelves and getting all the product that they need. And I completely understand that. It just was that I didn't have my stuff, so I can't blame anybody but myself because I usually try to be a little bit more in advance of that, but it is what it is. So I did get some of them. I do have a couple pieces left in the workshop, and I may be able to scrounge up a few more. What I'm not gonna do is pay like $4 and $5 at those other stores for foam board. We ain't doing that. So I'm gonna use my foam board wisely, and yeah, because I still have heart boxes to do, and yeah, a couple of other things. So I probably won't do any of the gift cards or the jumbo cards. I love how Rachel did hers with the little um, sock containers because I have plenty of those. So I was like, I can do that. But yeah, if I'm not able to get foam board, then I don't know if I really want to venture off into that or not. But that is something that's a little bit easier to do. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear and see what I can come up with. Auntie says you really pull those baskets together. They are gorgeous. No, you said they are super cute. I'm reading stuff that ain't there. So yeah, let's get to the matter at hand because I don't want to hold you guys too long. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We got 26 or 28 people in and 21 thumbs up maybe. Thank y'all, thank y'all. So this is, I did a short about this today. What I ended up getting from, where did I get it from? Target. So I dropped my little finger. Um, Let me get that because I need that today. It's like, do I want to get up to get it? Hold on, y'all. I got myself wedged in the corner because I need all of the things around me. Let's see. Praying all is doing well. Yes, Alicia, welcome in. Thank you for the prayer. Hoping you're having an amazing day and you're doing well as well. Thank you for caring. So yeah, this is, you saw me start on these yesterday, and I've pulled these ones together, the blue ones together, The jury's still out on the black ones, but we'll get to that. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't pull together. Um, Medium size bin from like Dollar General. Those look great. Thank you, ma'am. I did a live, not a live. Well, actually, I did. I bought these while I was online at Target for the 90%. So this is a Shea Moisture Flawless Edge 4-piece gift set. It includes the enhancing, curl enhancing smoothie, something else down there that I cannot see, this little comb or edge brush thingy, and then there's a comb in there. So that's a 4-piece set, and it says it's valued at $29. I started to put something over that, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna leave it right there. Alicia says, I'm feeling a little better. Went to urgent care yesterday morning for my back. Pulled the muscle. Yeah, you were telling us about that. I hope you feel better. Awesome, awesome concept basket. Thank you, Charlie. Now, I did these before, and they have all sold really, really well. Now, I will tell you one thing that I did this time, or excuse me, one thing I do not have this time. While I technically have it, I'm just not putting them in my gifts because we only have a few left. Are the continuous spray bottles. Um, so they got curling irons, continuous spray bottles, and some other products. Um, and like I say, these things have sold for me all 3 years. I think my first year I did those as well. I absolutely did. Yeah. So all of this is how it's sold for me. This year I'm doing it a little bit different because, like I said, I'm not giving them the continuous spray bottle, but I still have a curling iron in here. This is a Revlon straight and smooth paddle brush. Here is one of our head massagers. I think that was from Walmart. Here's a 25-cent candle. I put a hair clippy. This is kind of shaped like a butterfly. So I put that one up there. I glue dotted him down because I kind of want him to stay put. His back legs are glued down, not the front one. So that's why he's rocking a little bit, but he'll be fine. I have the scrunchie up here. And then we have the coordinating ponytail holder. And I think that's all that we have on the front. And there's not much on the back either, except this little cosmetic bag. So I put all of that in there, and this is kind of how it's looking. So that's one of them. Needs to be bagged and bowed. Here is another one, same items, different colors maybe. Different color bucket. We have different color headband and scrunchie. And I think everything else is the same, including the bag on the back. So there's that. Hey Monique, welcome in. Now, for the fun part. Well, not really the fun part. I have two more of these that I need to do. um, However, I wasn't able to find other scrunchies and things like that to pull from this peachish color. Um, so, the paddle brush, I don't have any more blues, but I do have the blacks. So I put these up here, and it's not really given what those ones were given with that blue. So I'm immediately like, I don't know if I want to continue on this path or not. So I did go back to the workshop. Let's see. Hey, Susan. Michelle says, I missed it. Did you say where the curling irons came from? The curling irons came from Dollar General. Uh, yeah, they came from Dollar General. But of course, this can be recreated with any products that you receive. They sell relatively inexpensive curling irons in Walmart. Like Tasha said, she got quite a few of them, the curling irons and curling wands and stuff from Dollar Tree when they went on sale. So if you wanted to recreate something of this kind of sort of like this, we have the brush sets that came out. Sure, you can find different types of hair products. And like I was saying before, this is a Shea Moisture. Now, I do have Dove shampoos and conditioner sets. And I was considering putting those in there, but I'm kind of iffy about mixing and matching the products. Me personally, I don't know if other people will be like that. So I omitted to put that in there. Plus, that stuff I can use with another concept because I still have some more of these gift sets. Um, so, like I say, I got this one with this black brush in here, and I'm not necessarily a fan of the brush. So I went and pulled some more items, and we're all going to see if these items work or not. I don't know if you guys remember this brush. I got it from the tree store, the Tree of Dollars. It's some person, but it's a goodie brush. It's a detangling brush. Oh, Rena Noriega is an Afro-Caribbean Latina visual artist, author, and educator based in Miami, Florida. Girl, if you can read, like for real. But that is the who created this, and I don't know if you got into the artwork that's on there, but these are really really cute. Cute brush. That blue brush, cute. I want it. This one here or the one over there, the one in the concept. This is gorgeous to me. I love this here. That brush is pretty. It is. I thought so too. So when I saw it in my stash, I was like, wait a minute. The blues and the tans and pinks, this may work. So like I say, I pulled this. Oh, the one in my hand. Yeah, this is nice. And I got these not long ago from the tree store also, for I want to say the 125. So these may still be out there if you guys are interested in these. They did come from the Tree of Dollars. Miss Katrina just posted something about her gardening. So if you guys want to go check her out, check that out. That I just got a notification, so I thought I'd share. So I think I want to put this in here, even though it may cover up my curling iron, but they'll be all right. But I think I'm liking the colors matching, pulling the blues and the peaches and stuff like that. I think it'll work. Hey, Elle, welcome in, welcome in. So, let's see what else did I bring in here. Not much. I had some more of these. I think this is all that I brought in here. And I'm out of those massagers back here. These particular ones. So, I did find some keychains. This one says Faith, Love, and Hope. And these came from Dollar General also. So I may put that up there to fill in the space. And the reason I wanted to put something up here is because when I close this up, um, your bag usually rests on your tallest item. So that's why usually when you do your foam board or your risers in the back, you want to bring them up over your tallest item so that when you close up the bag, it'll stop at your foam board and still allow the rest of your items to be visual. Um, but in this case, there isn't anything over here. So if I were to shrink wrap it, which I don't think I am, it would literally shrink it on the diagonal. It'll hit this top part and then it's going to come down to a sharp, drastic curve. So it's going to make my bag kind of off-centered. So I was thinking I would put something up here to help fill up that space like I did with those massagers. And then that way it should still allow for some space up there without making my bag look totally crazy. Those Shea Moisture sets are super awesome. Hey, Entrepreneur Diary, welcome in. So, that's really all I have. I did bring some candles, these candles, but I'm not necessarily liking, well, that ain't too bad. I was going to say, I don't have anything orange, but now that this brush is in here, it's kind of pulling, it's kind of making that go together. So, I do have a couple more clippies, and I have 2 more sets of the exact same headbands and stuff that I used the first time. So I think we're going to run with these the way they are. Let's see if we can get some positioning, considering this is a little bit different. Did I put that up there? Maybe, maybe not. taking a page out of Pretty Girl Designs by Tasha's book. She says her signature are headbands, and I can honestly say, Tasha or anybody else, I have not used a lot of headbands in my concepts. Although I've been doing these for years now, that was never really something that I bought. But I will say that they are coming in handy, and I'm glad I picked them up. I think that's all right. It's still going to be off center, but it'll be okay. I'll put that other little clip up here somewhere, and that may help it be a little bit more symmetrical. I think we're fine. Welcome in, everyone. So yeah, I think we're good to go with that placement. I ain't doing too much other stuff to it. So let's get these things completed so I can get up off of here. Yeah. So this is taped down, that's taped down, this is not. And neither are these items. I have a bag. Yep, my bag is back there in the back. So let's get these items placed. I want to stand that up. What am I going to stand it against? I don't think I want to do that. I think we need to lean. Because I want you to actually see what it says. So do I attach it here? I don't really want to attach it to any of it. I don't want to put anything on my bristles. Hold on, maybe if I turn it to where I can actually see. And I don't know. Hey, Angela Norris, welcome in. I'm not one to overfill my gifts as far as like put a whole bunch of different items in there and all that kind of stuff. So my 3, 4, 5 piece specials, that's kind of where I go. Now when I get into larger gifts, I will definitely put more items in there. But the price points that these are going out for, it's not really necessary. I could add way more stuff and still essentially get probably the same type of money for this general basket. Now, if I did more to it, of course, I could get more for it. But Tasha says, yes, I love me a good old headband. They are perfect gift fillers. They are. So, yeah, and the price was awesome on them. So, I was glad to be able to pick up some of those. I was trying to get this price tag portion off of that label. Let's see. Did I speak to everybody? I did. Okay. So we're going to get this glued down and get the rest of the stuff positioned on here. And that's going to be it. And that's going to be all. I just thought about something. I have a package coming. And it should have been here by now. Okay. That's concerning. But let me focus. Alright, so I'm going to have this brush upside down. Where else can you go? You can't stand up though. I could kind of put you back there, but I don't want to. I think I'm going to leave you up front. You'll just have to hang out up here in the front of the basket with the other stuff. Yeah, that'll be fine. Hey, Keisha. Yes, me too. At a quarter sold, right? Yes, goodness. Yep. Actually, I did see a lady in there. She was camped out in the, oh, y'all, there are 30-inch bears in Dollar Tree. They are $10. Here, let me show you. Alright, I ain't gonna be able to see the chat, y'all. We're gonna have to wait a second. Let me see if I can figure out where they are. Here he is. I don't know if you can see him, but do y'all see him sitting up there on that shelf? 30-inch bears. They are $10 at Dollar Tree, or the Tree of Dollars, or the $1 Million Tree, the $1.25 and up tree. I want to find those headbands now that they are a penny, right? There was a lady that was in the store. That's what I was trying to say. She was camped out. When I tell you, she done pulled all the people's stuff off the shelf and had it over there in front of the scanner, and she was going through one at a time, scanning them, scanning them, scanning them. And I just did my little tour. I literally walked and looked to see if I saw anything new up and down each of the aisles, and I got up out of there, and that was it. And that's how I ended up seeing that they had foam board and bought those, and I was gone. But she was over there probably clearing all of the hair accessories that are, um, all of the hair accessories that are a penny. But this is the 30-inch bear. He's $10 at the Trio Dollars. If you guys are still looking for large bears, probably would have helped. Oh, here it is on the app. Probably would have helped if I had actually taken a comparison picture of this bear and like the $7 bears with the hearts, or the $5 bears, like something, so you guys could have saw the difference in price. But he is 30 inches, so that would be from the top of his head all the way down to his feet. He's going to be 30 inches tall, and that is taller than this box. From the bottom of here to up here, that is over 30 inches. Let's see. $10 ain't necessarily the best price, but considering the prices at Walmart for bears that are a little bit smaller than that, or quite a bit smaller than that, I thought that would be interesting. Okay, from the bottom of this container to the top of here is 20 inches. So we have another 10 inches on this bear. So if I stood the bear up on the table, you can't even see. If I stood this bear up on the table, it would reach all the way up here where my hand is. So from down there to all the way up here, that's how tall of a bear you would have. So, like I say, I wanted to share that with you guys if you are still looking for bears. Um, they are coming out. I saw them at my tree store today. So hopefully you guys get them soon if that's something that you want to pick up. Other than that, I saw absolutely nothing new in my store, and I thought that was craziness. But let's turn this brightness down because this phone is already getting hot. And maybe let's plug it up. Do you need to be plugged up? Oh, you say 17%. Alright, so now we have power. Let's get back to the chat. Maybe. Where's my chat? View channel. There's my live. 3 dots. Scroll down. Change my chat filter to all messages. Now I can see them all. Okay. Okay, we were talking about the price of the bands. Keisha came in. Hey, Keisha. Angela says looks good. I want to find those headbands now that they're a penny. Yes. Wow, thank you, says Auntie's Gifts and More. You're welcome. Today I found a lot of Christmas items for a penny. It was so much I couldn't buy it all. What? I didn't know the Christmas items had went to a penny. I got some Christmas boxes on Saturday, and they were still ringing up like 63 cents or something. So that's awesome because I left like a full case of them in the store. They were just putting them on the shelf. Don't ask me. Well, I know why. Because they don't look like Christmas boxes. They have like geometric shapes and colors. They're all that stuff on there. So they don't really apparently know that they're Christmas items. So they were putting them on the shelf. And I left them there. I got the largest box because, you know, they're nested. So I got the largest of the boxes. And I'm not talking about the little square boxes. These are, you know, your decent size boxes. The square boxes that are about 2 inches. So I got some of those. But I'm going to check back. Thanks for letting me know. See if I can go find some Christmas stuff next time I'm over that way. Moore says, if you're selling over $50, I think it's a good deal. Yes. Okay. Good deal. Thank you. Angela says, I found all the essential oils today to go with the diffusers for a penny. Very nice. Moore says, I got over 100 of the bag fillers for a penny. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are scoring. I hadn't even tried. Like, I tried that first time, and they were all like, no, they didn't know anything about it and all this kind of stuff. They was like, I got to take it from you. So I was just like, fine. But she told me I could come back and pick it up. But when I went back, she was not at work that day. So I, um, I went back when she told me to, but she wasn't there at work. So that's not a big deal. But now that I know there is a memo, at the time I didn't realize that the memo had been sent out, but I had heard of it, but I hadn't actually seen it. Now I have the memo, so they can't necessarily deny me the penny sales. So I may venture back out one day and see what all I can find. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep my eyes on my paper, keep focused, keep moving through these products because I got a lot of inventory that I'm trying to get on the street. So it's not going to make it there, and I'm not going to make it to my monetary goal for Valentine's Day if I don't stay out the streets and keep on creating the gifts. Tasha says I found ribbon, poinsettias, them small trees. I need some of them small trees. I got some real trees. I want to put those small trees on top of. It's some stuff was 75 cents. You have to scan. Yes, yes, yes. But thanks for letting us know. Keisha says yes. They are packing up Christmas stuff at my store, but I'm going back because, as crazy as it sounds, I'm Easter snack shopping and grabbing pennies. Yes, ma'am. No, it ain't crazy at all. We do this too, so we know what's up. But yeah, that's why when these, when we first found out about these, I was like, child, let me get me some of these things because I just knew I would be able to use them in something, some kind of way. And they are coming in handy already. So, um, yeah. I put a little piece of tape on here so I can make sure he stays where I want him to. And I may put a glue dot on the side of here and stick it so it doesn't move around too much. I think I will. Miss Estella. Hey, Miss Estella. Welcome in. She says, I found crayons for a penny. My DT was packed away majority of their Christmas stuff. Oh, okay. They were packing away most of their stuff. Yeah, my people ain't studying any of that stuff. That's what I told you guys. We have so many Dollar Trees here. They ain't studying a lot of that stuff. And even with that lady camped out over there picking up all the hair accessories out of that one store, I already know. If I go looking, I'm pretty sure I can find some more stuff. But I'm going to try to stay out the stores, even though, penny is my love language. I want stuff as least expensive as possible. But we'll go. Oh no, I wasn't gonna put that there. Dog it. These glue dots freaking, these are super strong. I don't even remember where I got these things from, but they have been giving me the dickens for the longest. What kind of crayons, Miss Estella? That's what Keisha says. Shamika says, definitely don't sound crazy, Keisha. What's crazy is me eating the penny cake. Right. Oh my goodness, Keisha. I mean, Shamika, don't start. Do not start. Because I got some candy. And y'all know I don't even supposed to be eating that mess. I got some candy to go and some concepts. And next thing you know, I done sat up there and ate like 4 or 5 of the candies. So far, I've only eaten 1 box of the Forever Rochers. Only opened 1 box of the Forever Rochers. And I've had 4 out of that box. And that's it. That's all I'm allotting myself. I'm not going to eat up all this candy this year. It was the double pack of 24 Jot brand crayons, says Miss Estella. Those are the ones she got for a penny. But yeah, Shamika, that is crazy. We eating up our own supply. I do agree with you wholeheartedly. And I ain't got nothing to say about it because, like I said, I've been doing it too. So yeah, we need to get it together. And I say we, not just me. And now this glue dot ain't gonna stick on here because it ain't got nowhere to stick to. And that looks cattywampus. I don't think I like it. I don't really like it down here either. Ay, ay, ay. Let me see. I do that and that. I don't really like that on there like that. guess I'll center it. And we'll just... Not bad, you guys. I had to get my placement together, kind of, sort of, not really. Oh, yeah, that's gonna drive me crazy. So let's glue these two together so they don't keep moving around. Shamika, don't eat up all the candy. Don't do it. Oh, I went in Sam's today. I don't know if you guys saw Crafty Leo's live, or excuse me, short, but she went in Sam's and found ribbon. Sam's was on my list of places to go and check, but I had not been over there. But today the husband and I had to make a run, and they had no ribbon. I went and asked the guy, and he was like, yeah, here, let me show you where it's at. And we went back there, and there was absolutely no ribbon in that store. He was like, it was just here, I just saw it. I was like, crap, somebody bought all the ribbon. But it is what it is. But I didn't get any more ribbon from them today, which I really wanted to. Oh, I could have did that in the first place. Oh, well. It's taped on there now. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this thing. I really would like to put it on this side to fill up some of this space. I may just hook it on there like that and leave it. But it looks so unfinished that way. I should have put it around the candle. Hold on. Let me see. Around the candle with this in the middle, and it would have sat up. Yeah, that's cute. This ain't. Alright, hold on. Let's take this apart. I'm so trying not to tear up this box. But I probably should have got my placement a little bit better before I got the sticking stuff up here. This is why I be trying to get my placement together before I stick stuff down. I'll get to changing my mind and rearranging stuff. Alright, get that off. Very nice. Alright. Good deal. That was going to stress me. Hey, Gifts by Chosen. Welcome in. Let's see. Hey, Elboy. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you are doing well as well. Chosen says, great evening, everybody in the cut listening. Trying to put the finishing touches on a few concepts. Ooh. Chosen's in the lab, y'all. She over there making some awesome stuff. I don't know about y'all, but I'd be so excited to see you guys' videos. It's so exciting to me. It's like, look at what me and my friends are doing. Which is too cool for me. So, yeah. Hey, Miss Elva. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing on here. And get it to stick the way I want it to stick. Because it's cute in my mind. So we're going to see. If not, it's literally going to stay that way. I'm going to put this mess up here and call it a day. Scented candle. And then, let's see if we can get this up here. Slow you guys down. Yeah, that'll work. Thanks for remembering to hit the like button as you guys came in. Yes, we have 29 on, and it says we got 44 thumbs up. Y'all rock. I really don't want to do this, but I kind of have to make sure this stays on here. I'm going to put a little bit of tape across here. I've taped these things before. I taped one to a gift that I did before, and it came off effortlessly. So I'm hoping this does the same for my recipients. If not, all I can do is apologize because I gotta tape it. It's got to be able to stick up here. Let's get this glue dot off, and then we'll center you right there. Me and this doggone tape. One more piece. Slide you through here. No, don't touch that. And I'm pretty sure you OG, triple OGs are like, girl, what is you doing? That do not belong up there. And it probably don't. But that's where it's going. And I'm fairly confident it's going to stay there. So yeah, there's that. The only other thing I need to put on here is this scrunchie down to the bottom. I'll do that after I get me some shred in here. I'm just cutting the price off of it and leaving the rest of the label there. It's got all your warnings and stuff for your candles, so you don't want them problems. I don't know where my trash can went. On my little bag on the back, I'm gonna take some tape and add it to the bottom. And the reason I'm using tape instead of glue dots is because glue dots sometimes stick to your surfaces a little bit more than you want them to. So as you saw with this tape, I was able to put it on and take it off, put it on and take it off, and it was perfectly fine. So that's the same thing we have going on here. Add a little bit of tape to the bottom and a little piece in the back. I'm going to take it and literally take it as far down as I can and make contact. Initially, I wanted to have it over there and leave all of this free, but it ain't that serious. I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out once they open it. Another thing I could have put up here to balance this all out instead of this reflected candle is I could have took one of these creams out of here and put up there to the top, and that would have helped balance it and fill out the space. But I did not. I thought about it after I had done those yesterday, and then I was like, yeah, we ain't doing that either. So it is what it is. But we're going to put some shred in this little baby, and it's going to be done besides this little flippy. Put you there, and you go in, and you go in. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys coming in to hang out for just a little bit. I don't plan to be here long. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I may need to go find my package. I'm supposed to have something delivered today, and it has not come. I also bought quite a bit of ribbon, and my order was canceled. So that was discouraging. What is in the bottom? In the bottom of what, love? Hi, Pebbles for Life. She says, what is in the bottom? In the bottom of what? In the bottom of the container? Absolutely nothing but a piece of cardboard or two pieces of cardboard. What's in the bottom of the box? I don't know which bottom are you talking about? In the bottom of the bucket. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There are a couple of pieces of cardboard that I use as my foundation. And then there's a piece of cardboard on top of there. And I have just a couple of pieces of packaging paper down there to make sure my cardboard stays, because I was trying to cut corners and didn't want to plug up my hot glue gun So I cheated the system and added a little bit of packaging paper, a little couple rolls of it, and that's what's going there. Yeah, and that's it's funny you ask. There's been a resurgence of interest in the paperless foundation, or should I say the cardboard foundation. Um, those of you who've been over here, you guys know that we've been doing that for quite some time. I even completed the basket, the Divine Creation Basket Challenge, using a paperless stuffing method. Um, One Pace Creation does that a lot. Uh, so does KOK. But yeah, we did see somebody um, use that method, and we've been over here using it for quite some time. But some of you may be new. If you look at my live yesterday, I showed how I stuffed it, and then whatever day Nessa's video came out, whatever live, I did a live that morning, and I was going through the whole details of how to do it then. And then later that afternoon, Nessa's video came out. So if you saw the video and you didn't get a good demonstration of how to do it, I've done it several times on here. Which not, not to stuff all of the bottom of it with the packaging paper and all that kind of stuff. Y'all were asking me how did I still have packaging paper for so long, because I don't use it. I use it very sparingly in the bottom of my concepts. So that's kind of where we are with it. And my other tip for you guys, if you're going to do that method or start using that method, make sure you weight your items down. Weight that bucket down at the bottom, because the wind is going to catch this once it gets wrapped. The wind will catch that, and if there's nothing in the bottom of here, no weight down there, it's going to flip your basket over every time. And you don't want them problems. So if you're going to use that method and not use the paper in the bottom, make sure you put something in there that is weighty enough. My first year, I ended up getting a lot of the Igloo, uh, what do you call it? The little coolers, the Igloo hard ice packs. And so I would literally tape one of those to the very bottom of my basket, tape it all the way down, and then I would put my foundation in and my topper. And that was enough weight to keep it from teetering over. But I'm hearing people are using rocks. They have the little pebbles in the bags. You can make the pebbles in the bags if you'd like and put in there. So there are a number of different ways you could actually stuff your stuff, the bottom of it, to keep it from moving around. And y'all know I like to roll my tape and put my shred on here, especially in baskets that I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to shrink wrap. Because in a cellophane basket, if this tumbles over, then my shrink wrap will stay in my bag, or not my shrink wrap. If I do not shrink wrap this and this basket falls over, then if I just put the shred in there, it's going to come out. So I tape and I wrap it on to some tape, and I actually stick it to my board. I would not suggest that you guys, like, well, you can do what you want to do. I do not wrap my cardboard, my bottom base. I don't wrap that, because if you try to stick anything to it, glue dot anything to it, it is literally going to pull that paper away, and it's not going to stick. So none of your stuff, like I have this stuck to the bottom, this stuck to the bottom, that stuck to the bottom. If I had put tissue paper over my cardboard and tried to stick it on there, I could do that, and this whole thing would literally fall off of here, because it's not going to do anything but tear up your tissue at the bottom. So I don't use tissue to wrap my cardboard foundation. I go with it straight. If I want it to be very pretty, I'll do it with like a foam board, or something that I know I don't have to worry about tearing. So if you're doing a wrapping paper or tissue paper or any of that stuff over your foundational cardboard, just know that you're going to have to really secure it with like fishing line or tape or something, because any pressure to your gift is going to make that tissue start tearing, and it's going to move around a lot. And the wind is disrespectful, very much so, chosen. Pebble says, I've seen someone put rice in the bottom. They said it's cheap. It was cheap bags in baggies. Wow. I hadn't seen the rice. Yes, rice is very good, Miss Angela says. Cool. I had not seen rice down there or heard anybody talk about it. That was my first time hearing about rice. But yes, that will work as well. Um, yeah. So yeah. I wish I could find some more of those igloo things. Those ice packs. You guys remember when we got those ice packs that were part of the summer clearance or the summer stuff? Those ice packs work down there as well, and they're very weighty. So you want to find something inexpensive, and of course it's at the bottom of your bucket. So a lot of people probably won't even make it that far. They'll get the products out of the top, and then once they hit that cardboard, they're throwing either the basket or all of the stuff in the trash. So they don't really be paying attention to that. I have yet, and like I say, and I've done this for multiple years, I have yet to have anybody come and say anything about the fact that their products are sitting on cardboard inside of their box. Um, so that's just my little tidbit on that. Do with it what you may. Rice is like a beanbag. Yeah. It makes sense. I just I hadn't thought of it, you know. It's like you don't think about it unless you think about it. But yes, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I want to put rice in my dish though. But that's just me. I'm also not a fan of the rocks. So I was trying to figure out if I was going to go and get like some pebbles or something. We have to go to the supply store tomorrow and pick up some stuff for some renovations at one of the properties. So I'm going to look in there and see how much their bags of rocks are. And I may just sit there while we're waiting for the guy to finish what he has to do and stuff those into like some baggies so that I can put in the bottom. And I guess like put it in something that you won't be able to see through it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. It's stressing me. It's not stressing me like that. It's like I don't know. But I have to figure out something to put down there. Let's see. 3 more likes to 50. Way to go, you guys. Thank y'all. So yeah, that's all we have going on over here. I'm gonna put this last little bit of shred in here, and then we're probably going to be done with this after I attach these last couple of items on here. Let's move you so you can actually touch some cardboard. All right, well there we have it. If I wasn't scared all my stuff would topple over, I would flip this upside down so you guys can see that my shred doesn't go anywhere. But we won't chance it this time, especially since we have a candle up here. And goodness knows I don't want to break my candle. Yeah, well, that ain't stuck at all. You can do this with the skinny tape also. It just sometimes uses a little bit more of it. All right, there you go. Yes, I use a lot of tape. A lot of tape. I know. Some things are just a cost of doing business, and that tape for me is a cost of doing business. I go through a lot of tape because I need to make sure my stuff is well secured because it travels a lot in and out of the U-Haul, in and out of the storage. I take it from here to storage, and then from storage to the U-Haul, and then from U-Haul to the streets, and all that kind of stuff. So it travels quite a bit, and I don't like to have to go back and repair things if I don't have to. So I kind of try to overdo them so that I... Oh, there's a live that I need to be present at. Darn it. Why didn't he call me and tell me he was going live? And then my phones are going off. I know, y'all. I know. I'm not here. Dang, gone it. All right, I'm coming, y'all. Let me see. All right. My apologies. I'm back. Dang. Official uh, co-chair duties I have to do. My founder has returned, so all of a lot of stuff has gotten a lot different. Plus, I have to get the trip to Mardi Gras together. So, does anyone have any money goals for V-Day? $20,000, 20K all day, K, 20K, 20K, 20K. I'm just playing. Let me see. Am I at the front of the chat? Yeah. Okay. But no, I'm still working on my plans as is. I would love to hear what you guys' goals is. Are you going for a monetary goal? Which goal is more important to you? Is a monetary goal more important or a number goal more important? I would love to hear your take on it in the chat. Hey, Baskets Beyond, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. These people. They're literally blowing me up. One word, abundance, right? I've been here 11 minutes. I've been here 11 minutes. Where you been? Where you was at? Bonnie, I got a notification that my founder was live, so I had to go over there and see what was going on and tell him I was live, but I will be back later. And now all of them have saw me, and they haven't saw me in 3 years, so now my phone's going crazy. But that's what happens when you don't communicate with your team. Um, I hope there isn't any official business happening because I am not in place. But I'm pretty sure they'll catch me up. After 3 years, I know there's plenty of stuff that has transpired that I have no knowledge of because I'm not in the same headspace I was in before. So the positions I've held with different organizations are not necessarily, you know, my top priorities anymore. So that was from my era of being in the bed and not really being able to do much. Like I told you guys, I was mod and all kind of stuff for a lot of people because I was in the bed for a long period of time. So now that I'm up and have my own business to tend to, it's one of those things. So let me see what y'all saying in the background and let me stop rambling about stuff that does not make any sense. All right, we're talking about the varnies, 3 more likes, money goals. Hey, Baskets. Hey, Crystal Hall. All things with a K says always 20K. Okay, then you got it. More says one word, abundance. Very nice. Hey, Bonnie. Michelle says the number of gifts is more important to her. All things with a K says I was just trying to keep chat busy. Oh, no. You're fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do, Kay. Absolutely. Keisha says, Marie, my mouth dropped open at 20K. In all seriousness, my goal for Easter is 15. Keisha, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I understand your mouth dropping open, but because that's a pretty big number. I get it. And realistically, I have not completed my plan to get me to $20,000. However, it's gonna be 5 figures. That's one thing I know. I've been taking inventory. I don't know if we even did this. I've been taking inventory, so I see where I'm lacking, and that's in my I can't say signature gifts, but my big boys, my big baskets, my loaded gifts. That's the kind of stuff that I need to be creating. this is just what it is. Like I say, I'm working on whatever I want to work on whenever I see it. So that's how we ended up here with this little hair care set. Because instead of me going to put it up and store it, I was like, let me just drop it in some concepts and be done with it. Chosen says he don't care nothing about your life. He don't. He really don't, Lonnie. He really don't. He don't. They do. He don't know I'm live. I wasn't live then. So for me to be live, I know everybody's like, what in the world? So don't be surprised if we end up with a whole bunch of people in the chat. Because it's, let me see. Yeah, it's 6,000 people in the chat. And he's been on for a couple of minutes now. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Vaughn is a mess. Chosen says, I just want to have enough to at least fill 2 tables. Okay, Chosen. Okay, so you're looking at a number of gifts being your target. Crystal says, Vonnie, you've been missing in action. You must be working baskets. Yeah, she is over there. Absolutely. You got it, Chosen, right? Vonnie says, you know it, Chrissy. I was just about to eat dinner, then come back later. Oh, she's gonna take a dinner break. I know that's right. I look like I have enough, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah. Kimberly says, I actually do numbers and monetary. I sit and go over how many baskets I need and at what prices to get me to my monetary goal. Alrighty, alrighty. Taylor says, Taylor Made, hey Taylor Made, Happy New Year, love. Hope all is well with you. We've been missing you. That's somebody else over there trying to get to the high 6 figures, the high 5 figures for Easter. Taylor be kicking butt for Easter. She be like, bump this little Valentine's money. We going straight to Easter. I love that for her. Vonnie says, Chosen, I know you ain't lacking. I know you get those gifts on. You got those gifts on lock. That's Vonnie. Talk your talk, Reed. Um, Kimberly Showers made Chosen pull out the tumblers. What? Who's he, if you don't mind? We'll get him over here eventually. You guys may see when I go to Mardi Gras. We'll probably do some lives and content create and all that kind of stuff on multiple platforms. So that'll be Bigo Live, Live Me, TikTok. Uh, I forget whichever ones. I don't even know. Half of that stuff I don't even have on my phone anymore because we've been just that inactive. Um, Bonnie says, dang. Kimberly says, yes, get them out. And I honestly don't know what I'm doing, so I'm still working at it. But I know you're going to rock them. Yep, yep, yep. That's right. Chosen a bunch of leftovers, trying to push out the door. Tired of these same baskets, right? Chosen the repetition of it all. Crystal says, I'm something to street sales for Valentine's, so I don't have a goal or an amount I want to make. I just do this as a hobby, but I do want to make money. Okay, okay. That's understandable. El Bully says, this will be my first year selling, so I'll hit, so I'm doing numbers and amounts also. Okay. Lonnie says, don't worry about it, girl. They gonna sell Chosen. Yes, goodness, push it out there. So the answer that I wanted to hear, Kimberly Showers gave me. She says she is looking at the monetary amount as well as the number of gifts. And that is super important. And you guys know I come from a numbers background. I was an accountant by trade. Reorg businesses, efficiency team, subject matter expert, and all of those things in my corporate life that I no longer have. So the numbers is what sticks out to me. And I think it's really important for you guys to come up with a plan and work your plan to get to your monetary amount. I know you've heard other content creators or other basket makers tell you that you can It's harder to reach a goal if you have not created enough inventory to get you to that number. So, while freestyle creating is fun and all of the things, if you are trying to get to a monetary goal, I would suggest that you literally sit down and figure out what number of gifts you need at what price point to get you to your goal. And if you guys would like to discuss that more, I would be more than happy to assist with that. Um, Congratulations, El Bowie. You're going to enjoy it. Yes. Congrats, El Bowie and Crystal. Crystal's going out for the streets first time too. Hey, Miss Sally, welcome in, welcome in. What have I missed? I just did this little gift here, a variation of the ones that I had done yesterday. Chosen says, nope. Kay says, I will start posting listings on Etsy and eBay tomorrow. I want them on earlier this time. Very nice. Good, 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 good. Yeah. The earlier the better. And the often. Post early and often. Multiple times, multiple places. Not just your personal Facebook, not just Messenger, Facebook Marketplace, not just on the top, not just on the IG. You need to be placing them on all of the medias that you have for yourself. The more people see it, the more people share it, the more people remember that you make gift baskets. So they'll come and look for you if they see something that they like. Claimed and received. I previously made gifts as a hobby for years, so I'm taking a leap this year. Let's go, El Bowie. Hey, all occasions gifts. Let's go. Says chose. Oh no, chosen says let's go to Crystal. It will be my second time. Okay, I was able last Easter. Okay, okay, very nice. But your first Valentine's Day, Crystal. I get you. I get you. The Facebook groups have gotten me good traffic. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So this little gift that I did is another variation of the ones that I was doing yesterday. But I ended up switching out and putting a different brush in here this time. Paddle brush, detangling brush, which I probably should have left that detangling there so you could see that, but they'll figure it out. Detangling brush, hair clippy, keychain, head band with the matching scrunchie, 4-piece Shea Moisture hair care set. We have a curling iron as well as a cosmetic cake pouch on the back. Sally says, y'all know that Family Dollar is doing the 10 off of 25 Wednesday only. Yes, ma'am. I saw a couple of people post it. I know Crystal posted it and Tasha posted it, and I saw couponing with Randy. She's posted it again. So yes, if you guys are still in need of items or could use items from Family Dollar, check on that sale that they're having. Or excuse me, the coupon that they have on their app, so that you can score $10 off of your $25 purchase. We were able to kind of doubled it this past weekend because it ran in conjunction with the 5 off of 25. So we were able to get like $35 worth of products for $20. I like that pointer. Thank you. I got this from Miss V's Creation. I had saw these things. Actually had one of them for the grandkids when I was helping them with homework and stuff. But then I saw Miss V with it. I was like, I gotta get me a pointer. So I got me a pointer. So this is a monkey see, monkey do type thing because I absolutely love the fact that that little thing was sticking everywhere during the chat. But hey, 3 Gem Productions, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Miss Marvella. El Bowie says, I just opened a pop-up shop at the hair salon and some baskets sold already. So I'm excited about that. Next step is to start posting YouTube videos. Yay. Vonnie says, Riri, you got me hollering with that pointer. I'm hollering myself with this pointer. This pointer brings me so much joy, and I have no idea why, but it just does. So, yeah, 2026. Yeah, if it's bringing me joy, then y'all gonna get it too. So, y'all may be sick of me directly, but I'm loving this little thing. Hey, Lady Josie T, welcome in. Great evening, all occasions gifts. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. I found one of those pointers at Dollar Tree. That's where mine came from. Hmm. I couldn't get that pointer. I would torture my family, and I do. It ever since I done got it. I've been threatening that grandson and everything with, "Hey, you gotta sit down. Don't you do that. You want GD to come over there?" So yeah, me and this little point. That's why I say it brings me so much joy. I was pointing at the husband with it earlier today. Who was you talking to? And all of them literally, well, I can't say all of them because the grandbaby did not roll his eyes at me, but the husband most definitely did. He was just like, if you don't move out my way, girl. Um, I couldn't get that point. I would torture my family. They would hate me at work. That's what I'm talking about. They sick of me right now with this thing. Not sure if you all knew that Family Dollar also had the foot spas and the seat massagers following Christmas. So they came to $5 on Saturday for four. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Three Gems. It's too cute. Love it. You got me laughing. Michelle, you can't be laughing no harder than me. The grandson point. Yes, ma'am. L. That did it. That did it. And he was looking at me so confused. Like, what? Number one, what is that? Why is she pointing it at me? But he just had that confused look on his face, and he did exactly what I told him to do. So I was like, oh, not the pointer got the power. Good evening. I just last year. Please subscribe on YouTube. Baskets of Glory. All right, Miss Josie. I got a hunt for it. They're in the school supply section, in the kids section. No, the school supply section where they have all the like kindergarten things and the poster board letters and all that. Not the stationery, but the actual children's like flashcards and stickers and all that kind of stuff. That's where these were. So awesome. You remember my name, Marvella. Yes, ma'am. I remember you, Miss Marvella. I be trying to tell the other chats because they be like, who is Jesus? And I be like, that's Miss Marvella. Keisha says, now I don't feel bad for wanting to buy one of those. I don't feel bad. I sure told Miss V as soon as I saw it. I said, Miss V, I'm finna get that. I am so finna LLC the pointer. And she gave me her permission, so it's been on and popping since then. I found a Family Dollar that has their robe 60% off. Oh man, Miss Ella, that's a good price. Right, Kay? That is nice. I need a one finger pointer. The mister said, what's over there so funny? He gonna mess around and find out. Yep, sure is. Hey Hope, welcome in, welcome in. I need that pointer and a popper for the ones who keep touching my stuff. Yes. Oh, if I took this outside, street selling, oh man. Okay, let me focus. Focus, focus. All right, so those are the concepts that I've done so far. So I just wanted to bring you guys in and show you those. I'm going to, like I said, take this out of here. You bring it back in. Let's reel it back in because I'll be off on the deep end here. But yeah, I'm going to take this Revlon out of here and switch it out for another one of these detangling brushes, paddle brushes that I found. And we're going to get it set up probably pretty much like that one is, but we're going to use this particular headband and scrunchie, the ones with the blueprint on it a little bit more. So these are the ones that we're going to use for that. And it's going to kind of look like that, but like that. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be using. um, yes, he will be going back Wednesday. Miss Marvella, do you have a channel? No, I'm convicted now. Just subscribe to Josie. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, Miss Lady. Hold on, let me see where she went. Lady Josie T. She's Basket of Glory. You guys are interested in checking out her channel. Let's see. She does have content. She went quarter shopping at the DT a month ago. We have some lives. She's done the Green Bear Challenge. Miss Baskets of Glory, have you, I'm subscribed now. Have you participated in the Green Bear Challenge that Life of Shy has done or has requested we do? Because you have a green bear. I saw your green bear short. So I was thinking that may be something that you want to do. And she went live 2 months ago. She's a basket maker. Mm, copy. Go back here. Chat filter. This is why you were on those headbands heavy for a quarter. Awesome. Yes, I know I was going to use them, Kay, but I had no idea I was going to use them with this. I actually thought of more I had another in mind, but I did know I needed to get sets and not just individual. But yeah, it all worked out. I was happy to be able to be able to use them. Hope says, I will have to watch the replay. The food I ate has me sick. Oh no, Hope. I hope you feel better. If I had a channel, then what's. If I had a channel, then what? At all things. She was probably asking you if you have a channel so she can post it. And we can come over and visit your channel, Miss Marvella. Yes, I think they were asking because they would subscribe if you post content. Thank you, All Things with a K. I never knew God would engulf me in this community. It's my sane place. Oh, well, I'm happy. No channel yet. That's perfectly fine, Miss Marvella. We're here. We are glad that you come in and help out and participate in the chats and all. I didn't know about the challenge. I'm going to post mine. I think yes, ma'am, Michelle. Life of Shy. I think it's hashtag Green Bear Challenge and at Life of Shy. But go over to Shy's channel and find out like the details of it. But I think those are the two things. It's just that you use the green bear, whether it's a gummy bear. Initially, it was the fuzzy bears that we got after Christmas. So yeah, definitely go and participate. This is wonderful basket community. You will love it, Marvella. Yes, Miss Marvella's been here for quite some time, you guys. Yep. Okay, so that's what I have going on. So we went from this to all of those. We'll get them dropped into some bags. I don't know what size bag I need for those. So let me actually measure this out. Have you guys remember how to measure your containers to figure out what size bags you need? Or what size bag you want to use to put it in? That's my question now. Hey, Crafty Leo, welcome in, welcome in. Those are really nice, thank you. I subscribe to Baskets of Glory. Want me to post the link? Kate, I went over there and got the doggone link and they posted it. Hold on, baby. It's literally right here in my copy. I just had never posted it. So there's Miss Lady Josie T and her chat, her channel. If you guys are interested in subscribing, she is a basket maker and she does have content. Thank you, All Things with a K. Measure. I just eyeball it. Yes, tips, please. Okay, Baskets Beyond. Josie says, I'm trying so hard to go live, but I don't know the right time to do that. Whenever you want to, Josie. There are very few people who have standing live time slots. Um, Even if there are other people on live, I would still say go ahead with your live because they would be able to come and catch your, uh, come and watch you on the replay. Um, you can definitely advertise when you're going live. In my lives, I don't mind at all because I know it's harder to get the word out if people aren't subscribing. So if you see me on, if we're on and you plan on going live, hey guys, this is what's your channel name, Lady Josie T at so and so, and I'll be going live on Friday at 8 p.m. And then the people in the chat can decide if they want to come over, but at least they will have a notification now to let them know. Because if they're not subscribed to your channel, when you send out the notification, it may not necessarily get to them. So I would suggest maybe letting some people know as you see them. I can just tell you what I allow in my live or in my chat. Respectfully, I can't, say everybody is going to be like that with you. But like in times past, I've asked whoever's live I was in, hey, can I share something about my channel or can I share something? And they'll give you a yes or no. And, we'll go from there. But usually once they realize what time you're coming on and all that kind of stuff, then once we get there, we'll keep coming back as long as we got our notifications on. Post that green bear. Yes, she is. I follow your channel a lot, and I did the 25-cent Dollar Tree shopping. Thank you for the ideas. You're welcome. Yeah, I saw your short over there in your videos. Good job. Yes, no stress, no pressure. We're just here. Measuring things, and then I'm getting off of here. How long have I been up here? Oh, yeah, an hour and a half. I'll be lying to myself and y'all every time when I be like, I'm gonna just be up here for a minute. Okay, so you can measure any bag, any container that you are making a gift in to determine what size bag you'll need. This comes in handy for people who have a lot of different size bags, people who have to pull their stuff in advance to take with them to work on something. It helps me because I don't want to unfold and open up all of my bags just to figure out which one is which, and then I end up with 5 different bags staggered open and none of them fit. So I measure my completed gifts, and that's going to help me know exactly which bag I need to pull out of my stash. So I did a video on this a while ago, and we can go over it again now because I know we have some new people, and the fact that we could always use a refresher. You're welcome. So we're going to do 2 measurements, and both of those measurements are not going to be your standard left to right. Okay, that's not it. So just looking at this, you'd be like, oh, I could probably get a 13-inch bag and this should fit. It absolutely is not. When you're measuring, you need to start from the middle of the side and go to the middle of the other side. Your bags are flat. There's a front and a back. But when you open those bags, it becomes open and it kind of goes around like that. So with you measuring half of your side, that's going to account for how your bag actually opens at your seams. So here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So in this particular case, I'm going to measure the largest part of my gift. Sometimes the largest part of your gift may be if you have a big something hanging over the edges. That would be the largest part of your gift. In this particular case, the largest part of my gift is the actual corners of my basket. So I'm going to go halfway to my corner, right there. In the middle of where my handle goes, that's half of my basket. So I'm going to start right there, and I'm going to literally wrap this measuring tape all the way around, trying to keep it pretty flush with the front of my container. And then I'm going to keep on going all the way around until, I just turned that part of it loose, but I'm still holding it so I can show you, until the halfway mark on this side of the box. So before, when I did it just left to right, just the front of the box, we were looking at 13 inches. Y'all remember? Now that I've accounted for the sides, I'm up to 17 inches. So I can safely say I can put this bag in an 18-inch width across here and it'll fit. Okay, so that's how we measure from the sides on our, how many, how long, how, yeah, the length of your bag. You want to include half of each of your sides in that measurement. So it's usually easiest for me to go halfway my container and start there. Now let's say our container had a really big lip on the front. You want to follow the lip all the way around because that part of it is also going to have to fit inside of your bag. So like if this was like a fluted thing and it came out, I don't even have anything up here. But you want to measure the widest part of the basket. So whether that's the basket itself, whether that's a big pillow or blanket that you have up here, whatever is the largest part, that's where you want to measure. So we want to start halfway on the side of our basket, wrap it all the way around the front of the basket, come back to the other half side. And that's going to let you know how long your basket needs to be, or your bag needs to be. So we're going to try it again. We're going to go to the middle of our basket, about right here. Y'all see the little hole? That's about the middle. Probably about right up into there. I'm going to take my tape and I'm holding it right about at the middle. And you can be off a little bit, a couple of inches or whatever, no big deal. But hold it there, and then we want to literally take that tape and go all the way around because all of this is going to be inside your gift. So you need to have room for all of this as well. And we're going to go all the way around. It doesn't have to be perfect, keeping it up there. But see how I'm holding it to make sure I'm still at my corner? Now I'm gonna just kind of hold it here so I can turn this loose and free up my other hand. So I know at this point, let's hold it right here so it doesn't move, and then that can fall apart. I'm gonna keep on twisting it around and keep on going with my tape, and boom, I've ended up at 18 inches here. So we're gonna need an 18-inch bag to fit this in comfortably. Now, the other part of the measurement is the height of the gift. And you're going to do the exact same thing, except you need to measure half of the bottom of the gift. And by the bottom, I literally mean, we'll see how good this stuff is secured in here. I literally mean, oh, I lost something. Just one thing, just a massager. The candle stayed. So we're going to go halfway to the bottom of our box. This middle section right here. That's where I'm going to start at. And I'm going to come all the way to the front and up the top of the gift. Y'all see how I tipped that over and none of my stuff came out? That's why I use so much tape. So, since we are not going to be picking up our gift and doing all of that to it to measure it, what I do is also right here at this halfway mark. If it's the halfway mark of the side, this is the halfway mark of the center of the bottom. So I'm going to start at this halfway mark, but this time I'm measuring from the bottom of the basket, and watch, follow my hand. I'm measuring from here all the way to here and then up. So that's going to tell you how tall your bag needs to be. So again, from our middle side of our basket, the center of the side of the basket. But this time, instead of me putting my tape up here and holding it, I'm literally putting it on my surface. And I want to make sure it's about halfway. So y'all see that? It's about halfway. Let's see if I can get my hand out the way while I'm showing you. So about halfway. So I want to come all the way up to the front of the basket. See how it goes all the way up here? My basket stops right there. So I want to come up to the front of the basket. I'm going to hold my finger there because I need that much at the bottom. And I'm going to take my tape, and now we're going up to the top of the gift to see how tall we need our bag. Let me turn you and turn you so we can get a good demonstration. About halfway, there's that. So now I'm coming up to the top. So my gift stops at 26 inches. But of course, I'm going to need enough for gathering. That's probably another 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches. And I'm going to need some for my ponytail. So I could probably get away with an 18 by 30 on this particular gift. It'll be a little tight across the top, and I may not have the most ponytail, but that would be an adequate height for this particular gift. Now, let's say all of this wasn't up here. You wouldn't necessarily need a 30-inch tall bag because your gift stops right there. So in that case, you would want to measure it up to the top of your gift, and we're just going to pretend the top of our gift is right here where the Shea Moisture ends. So that's the top of our gift. So if I got a 20-inch bag, it would be open right here. It's just hanging open. There's not enough to close it up or anything. So what we want to do is add a little bit more because we're going to need to be able to gather that and close it up. And then we want some ponytail. Okay? So if this gift right here stopped and we're looking at like 20 inches, I would probably defer for a 28 or 30-inch bag so that I would have enough height for that. So does any of that make sense? Do any of you have questions about it? Did I not explain something correctly or misstate something? Um, if it doesn't make sense for you with your understanding, let me know and I can rephrase it and try to take out all the bloopers and blunders so that you can understand it a little bit better. Make myself a little more clear. Crafty speaking. Okay, we were talking to Miss Josie. Thank you for the ideas. Uh, hey, Tamika. Hello. That's good to know. Hey, girl. Hey. Baskets Beyond says, great tip. Thank you so much. Just subscribe to Lady Josie. Thank you, Miss Rose. Great tips, Esmer. You're welcome, Charlie. Michelle says, no bald-headed ponytails in 2026. No, we don't want the bald-headed gifts. Although I have seen them get extensions before, and so has Michelle. So, yeah, we can fix that as well. If your bag is too short, we can fix that also. But yeah, all things for the case says, I bet you would get crazy traffic if you made a short explaining it. That is awesome information. Okay, all things with a K. We'll do that. I'll see if I can't get y'all a short on that. And my mind just started going through the logistics of what I would need to make that type of a demonstration. But yes, there is a video out. I measured multiple different size containers. I measured this little small one. This was $1 from the Dollar General. I've also measured the $1.25 ones with product in there to figure out how tall it is. I think I even measured an ottoman on that. No, I don't think I did an ottoman on there. But just know your height is probably going to depend, or it's definitely going to depend on how much stuff you have in here. Sometimes you may be able to get away with an 18 by 30, which is be a little snug on here. If I added anything else to it, I would have to go up to a larger size bag or use a cello roll or a shrink wrap roll to make sure I was able to get my height. But even at that, I'm still going to need to know how wide I need that cello roll to be. Okay, because you can roll the cello up and down, but you only going to get however much is on that roll. So if your roll is skinny, 16 inches, which is fine, some of those 16 inches double out to be 32 or 34 inches. You can do that as well, but you are definitely going to need a certain amount of length to go from the side of your gift all the way around the front and to the other side so that you make sure you have enough to close up your gift. Oh yeah, mine get weaves. Michelle a mess. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. I would be able to put this in an 18 by 30. And do I have an 18 by 30 up here? I would show you guys. I don't think I have any. Let's see what's over here. Questions, comments, or concerns? Anybody want to see something else be measured? I don't think I have any other completed gifts that we can measure. What is this? This is shrink wrap. This is 18 by 24. So this is 18 by 24, which means, let me show you how tall this bag would be. I'm going to start here at the middle of our base, go out to the front, then we're going up, 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 up. So if I put this 24-inch bag on here, my bag's going to stop right here. All this open, I can't make no ponytail, I can't do nothing because my bag stops right here. So that's why it's important to make sure you account for the amount of space at the bottom of the gift also, so that you'll have enough space to actually go up and close up your gift, have your ponytail, and take in account how the bag opens, how the dimensions change when the bag opens, I guess is how you say it. Thank you, Team Gift Basket Makers. You're welcome, Miss Marvella. Have you ever seen an 1820 or 20 by 40? I have not. And taking a page from LBE, I do mainly 18 by 30s for my medium size gifts. This box normally fits an 18 by 30 unless I get ridiculous and make it super tall, in which case I'll have to have a longer bag. So I do a lot of 18 by 30s. The 32 by 40s I do for some of my larger buckets, the 150 buckets, y'all know the big ones that we were getting that's similar in shape to this that we got from Dollar Tree. Those are usually a 32 by 40 depending on how high you make your gift. So I've had to go up in size for that also. Other than that, my next size is a, let's see, I do the 32 by 40. The next size is a 40 by 50. I use that a lot. And my ottomans are usually in a 40 by 50, I think. And then my very large bears, any bear that is under 3 feet tall, if I sit him down, I can get him in a 50-inch, a 50 by 60 bag. And I can literally stand up in a 50 by 60 bag and close myself in at the top. So the larger your bag, your stuff gets, the larger your bags get. And sometimes they'll list them as cellophane bags. Other times I've used what's called a balloon bag. Basically the bags that the balloon artists use to put all those little baby balloons in, or either they'll put half of their arch inside of a huge bag and take it to the venue and set it up. That's the size bag that I have to get for like a good number of my gifts. And I can tell you right now that them bags is like $5 a bag. So anything that you're building that big and needing a bag for that large, you're going to pay some money for it. So make sure you offset that cost to your customers, because that is definitely a part of the gift. Otherwise, you're going to be using gel and edge control. Talking about the ponytail. TaylorMade says, if you're new in basket making, you are at the right channel. Esmarie is a good teacher. She explains things very well. Thank you, TaylorMade. I appreciate that. I really do. We're still subscribing to Lady Josie. That's awesome. Miss Estella says, would a gusset bag work better for those oval shaped baskets? A gusset bag would work better for these. How do I explain it? I can't necessarily say it will work better. It will probably be easier for you to measure it if you had a gusset bag. But then those gusset bags also get hairy because of their openings. So I try to stay away from the gusset bags because some of them open in a manner that you don't get a full um, front to back in because of how the gusset opens. I can't demonstrate it because I do not do the gussets. Um, but oh, I do know what I have. Those what do you call those bags? The basket bags and all that kind of stuff that we get from for like $1, like the Easter basket bags that like Dollar General sales or Walmart sales for you to actually. I think they usually come like two to a pack, and they're just for you to do a gift with. Those ones have gussets. And here, let me go get y'all one. 61 likes, thank you. Do you know what size is good for the kids' shares we do at Easter? I do not offhand baskets. I would have to measure it, and then again, it would also depend on how tall the gift is. What all you got sitting up in the chair. If you got a Mickey Mouse sitting up in a chair that's tall as me, then you're gonna need like 6 feet worth of bag. If you got a little baby Minnie Mouse sitting in there, then she won't need as much space. Hold on one second, y'all. My apologies. Bring out some more stuff. Let me see, let me see, let me see. I've been missing in action. My apologies, you guys. Brief intermission. Hope you guys got your snacks while I was gone. We were talking about the Easter shares. Yep, no, I don't know. Marvella says, on my replay. Thank you, Miss Marvella. Hey, Just Gifted. How you doing, Miss Sonia? We are well, hoping the same for you. Hey, Marie. Hey, Miss Peggy. Does anyone know of the best, thickest cellophane rolls? Ooh. The thickest? I haven't gotten that deep into it. I know I use a lot of, especially my 18 by 30. I get the food grade 18 by 30 because those bags are really, really sturdy. And I don't get food grade for other sizes because they're too expensive. But the 18 by 30 is a pretty good one that I use. So, since you guys were patient and waited and watched me fumble through measuring that so many times, let's measure a couple of more things and then we'll get on up off of here. Yep, we got hot 12 minutes. Let's run through it. All right, so this is Party City, but they gone out of business. Yeah. 3M, like the 3M thickness and all that kind of stuff. When you're looking on Amazon and different places, sometimes they will put what millimeter or gauge of cellophane it is. So I know the larger the number, the stronger the cellophane is. So I saw like a 1.8 milliliter or M And then I saw like a 3M, which is the ones that I get, the food grade ones, and like I said, they're really thick. Um, the ones from Timo don't say the M's or anything on there, and every one I've gotten from over there has been super thin. So, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. So this is another one of the gifts that I did. Let's measure this one. I know what size bag I put it in, but these, did this have a gusset? No, this bag didn't even have a gusset. I think one of the other ones did. That's what, oh yeah, the small one has a gusset, so we'll look at that. So we're gonna figure out how wide this gift is. Um, Front to back, we wanna go about halfway, right? So we're gonna start our tape about halfway. We're going to take this tape and bring it all the way around to the front. All right, there's 17 inches there. We'll keep on going around till about halfway mark on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says 23. So from one side, and I'm off because y'all remember it fell apart and I had to just grab it. From halfway on one side all the way around to the other side was about 23 or 24 inches. So if I had a bag that was 24 inches long, this would fit in there like a glove, and I would not need to have folded it and tucked it like I did. But this is a larger bag, so I did have to gather some of it along the sides. When you're in a pinch, World Market has a good cellophane roll where you can find it in stock. Okay, good deal. As far as cellophane rolls, now Hobby Lobby carries cellophane, Michaels carries cellophane. Um, we're learning to measure our gifts to figure out what size bag we need. Yes, but yeah, if you're in a pinch, Hobby Lobby also has bags, and so does Michaels. Hobby Lobby has shrink wrap and cellophane on the rolls, and so does Michaels. So we saw that we needed 24 inches long for our bag. We're going to start at that same point along the side, bring it to the front of the bag, because now we're going up and we want to see how tall we need to take it. So now that we've made it to the front of the bag here, we'll hold our finger there, hold our tape, so that I can now bring this tape and roll it all the way up. Now if I stopped at 24, then I wouldn't have enough room to gather my gift. But as you see, I've gathered it and I've cut it. So this particular bag was probably a 30 or 30 something inch bag. And that's how much I cut off the top. Marvella says, I made some candy necklaces for my graduation and they tore. What? That's another thing. If y'all get that stuff and it don't do what you need it to do, make a note of it so that you don't go back over there and buy it again. I did not do that, and I ended up buying multiples of some stuff that was really, really not good. So this ended up going in a 30 by 30 bag, and that's why I had to tape my side to take up for that additional slack. And then when I got to the top, I just had to cut off some of that. So there's that part. Basket says, Michael cellophane is horrible. Tears easy. Does it? Wow. I did not know that. I bought some when they went out, not went out of business, but they had some, no, that was Joann's. My bad. I don't ever go in Michael's. I don't know why I even told you that. It was Joann's that I got that out of when they went out of business. And I bought all of the rolls that they had. But Michael's does have cellophane. But Basket says Solas that is not that good. And Ms. Marvella is agreeing. So yeah, y'all stay away from Michael's cellophane. Yeah, Michael's change bags. The old brand was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever go in Michael's. This bag had a gusset. This is one of those little bags. What is it called? Like a basket bag or something. You'll find them in a 2-pack sometimes at Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby. They'll have the little small packs with the bags in it. This one had a gusset. And by the gusset, it shows on the sides because that's how it opens up. So I don't typically like using the gusset bags, but this is the one that I ended up having to use for this one because it was the right size. She says inexpensive. Amazon cellophane is good. It is. It is. It is. It just depends on who you get it from, because of course everybody's, it's not the same. But I haven't ran into too many of them that were not good. Like I say, Temu was probably the place that was the least good for me. So starting from the front, we went all the way around. I moved up. All right, there it goes out of the writing. Halfway the bag, we went all to the front. We're gonna take that and go all the way across the front of the bag, on the front of the container, the widest part. So that could be here. In this particular case, it's down here, so we're still good. And we're gonna take it around some more and go to the halfway point of the bag. And at that point, we see that we probably can get away with an 18-inch on this particular container, this particular display box. So that was the side. So we can get this in an 18-inch bag with the length. That's how far across, 18-inch. And then, hey, E, what's up? Amazon will be worth it for sure. And then we're going to go from the center point of our bag all the way out to the front of the bag, or the container, excuse me. And then we're going to take our tape and go up to the top of the gift. And we want to leave room to gather it and to have a ponytail. So I could get a 20-inch bag here, and it's going to be open. I ain't going to be able to close it because I don't have enough bag. If I had a 24-inch bag, it would be tight. I would probably be able to get it closed, but my ponytail going to be about that big. So, as you can see, you can get as much as you want. You can cut off the excess once you get it up there. If it's too much, that's fine. But I like to, I would rather cut off some than open 50-11 bags just to realize none of them are tall enough for my gift. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I always have faith. Miss Marvella says, LBE, are you the Oprah or the Martha Stewart of gift baskets? uh, so yeah, that's it. That's how we're measuring things. And we do the same thing with the ottomans. It is the same situation. You can do the same thing with something that's round or circular. You'll get, I would leave my measurements a little looser so that you make sure you account for the diameter and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, for most of the containers that we're using, this method is going to work. You'll be able to, like I said, if you leave yourself an inch or so, you'll be able to get your bag on the first try. And that way you're not opening one bag, trying to get the gift in there. Now you got to take it out because it ain't tall enough, or it ain't even wide enough to fit into the gift bag. So now you throw that one to the side. You open up another one. Now that one too short. It won't close up. So you take that one and put it to the side. You find another bag. So now it's huge across the front, and it's this tall at the. So now you cutting off half your bag if you measure it, and then start keeping up with your measurements, then instantly, just by looking at the container, you can tell what size bag you need. I know anytime I use these medium buckets, the dollar buckets from Dollar General, as long as I don't get ridiculous with my height, I'm gonna be able to get that into an 18 by 30 every time, unless I make it really wide or really tall. If I make it really wide or really tall, then I'm going to need my bag to be larger than an 18 by 30. Yep, been there, done that. Yep, and then you have a mess of bags. Yeah, because it don't matter how you try to get them in there, you're not gonna get them folded back. They're gonna end up with all kind of crinkles on them, and that's fine for the shrink wrap because of course once you put the heat to it, all the crinkles go away, all the wrinkles go out. But cellophane, yeah, your bag gonna end up looking a mess. So yes, I was doing that. Couldn't find the right bag. Thank you. Yep. Yep, yep. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. So I have a running tally of what size bags most of my stuff fits in. That's why I was able to tell you. My ottomans are, usually in a so and so by so. I think it's a 50 by 60. My ottomans are. Um, but there's one right here. I can bring that over, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to measure that. Y'all want me to try this ottoman? It's been a minute since I measured the ottomans. I'm not doing the ottoman. I can measure the ottoman for you. Okay. I don't see anything else. 37 on, 68 likes. Thank y'all for the likes. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do this ottoman, and then I'm getting up off of here. Don't forget you can go back and check my previous lives. The live I did on whatever day that was about how to do the paperless or the cardboard foundation. I've shown you a couple of different methods with that, but since it's resurged again, there's some additional lives that I've had, and I went through whatever day that came out, and I went back and tagged all of my videos, all of my lives that I demonstrated that on. I put it in the description, so you can literally search S. Marie Cardboard Foundation, and it should pull up the lives or the videos where I showed how I did the cardboard foundations. And that's what I just named it because I don't know what it's called. At one point, I think I even put like paperless foundation or something. I think that's what I was calling it back in the day. Let's see, let's see. Hey, Flonda. Welcome in, welcome in. I am so encouraged to start my channel because I literally have 6 to 9 people waiting on me. Yes, Jesus take the wheel and help my energy past lupus, etc. I understand, Miss Marvella. You take your time and you can do what you can, honey. Great night, Baskets Beyond. Thanks for coming in. So y'all good on the measurements? We done with that? We can move on. And yeah, with the other thing, it doesn't have to just be cardboard. You can do cardboard, you can do other boxes, you can do other baskets, you can do pretty much anything. We've used cups in the bottom of these things to hold our cardboard foundations in place. So yeah, you can use a lot of stuff other than packaging paper. And that's why my packaging paper lasts so long, because I don't put it in there. 10 subscribers now, Miss Marvella. Ooh. And let me see if I can get this over here. And we'll show you this last measurement. And then we're going to get off. Y'all come over here and get all the technical stuff, don't y'all? That girl ain't creative, but she's pretty technical, ain't she? Or not as creative as I could be. I'm still working on my creativeness. But, like I say, hell, I can't even get this ottoman off of here. What do I have this on? Oh, it's the box. Oh, crap, this is heavy. Oh, bad idea. Hold on, y'all. Let me try not to trip. And I don't have nowhere near enough space on this table for this ottoman. Oh, crap. Let's push the Haircares back. Give me a little space. I'll just keep it falling in. Get that out of the way. I don't think you guys can even see this thing. And I don't think I'm going to be able to measure this because this is freaking huge up here. I usually have him on a small table so that I can actually get up there to the top because I can't get up there now. Let's see what y'all saying. Great info regarding the measurements. Much appreciated. You're welcome, Amber Bowie. You are welcome, Miss Marvella. Taylor wanted you to measure the ottoman. Okay. Miss Marvella's giving a quick testimony. No, you're very creative. Thank you, Charlie. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. She ain't finished, and it'll be changed around some more. Some more. Um, I'm waiting for something to come in. That's what I was saying. I knew I had a package coming in today, but it has not made it here yet. So this is kind of sort of my green bear challenge. But I was waiting on my stuff. All right. And like I say, this is not actually built. None of this stuff is attached. It's just sitting up here. So he won't actually be sitting on that box. But we're going to start off from the front to the back. We're going to measure and see how wide of a bag we need. So about halfway point, and it's easy to find the halfway point on these ottomans because there literally is a seam there. So we're going to start at the halfway point. We're going to bring our tape around, and remember, we're doing the widest part of our gift. So this part sticks out. Y'all remember, this little part over here sticks out, so we're going to have to account for that also. So basically, well, I guess I can't really tell you how to do that. If you have a little part that protrudes like this, I just measured it. It's like 4 inches that sticks out. I'm going to just add 2 inches to my measurement. And then that way I'll have enough space for these points on the side. When are you going to do how to price? When are you going to do how to price? Who are you talking to, me, Sally? I didn't mean to laugh, but are you asking me when am I going to be pricing stuff? When are you going to be doing how to price? The daughter of part 2? No. Sally, who are you talking to? Because I just know better. Just know better. Alright, so I'm going to add my inch or 2 or 3 to account for how much this little point is going to stick out. See it sticking out right here? See, I said the widest part of your gift. That's the widest part of your gift. So I measured that, and it's about 4 inches. So that's why I said I'm going to add me a couple of inches over here to account for how much this is coming off the side of my gift. Okay. So let's start over here at our, I tell you what, we're not, well, yeah, because most of the time when I do it, I always do this. But you guys may not do it. So let's not do that part of it. We're going to measure the actual ottoman and not this pointy part of it. I think that'll be easier for demonstration purposes for today. So we're going to start at our middle seam. We're going to wrap it around the front of the gift. Alright, so we got it wrapped. And let's turn it a little bit so we can keep on wrapping. I'm holding it where it stopped at. So that's why I still have that here. But in the interim, I'm going to keep on twisting it. Get my arm out of the way. So we wrapped, and we came over here. So this is about 30 inches from one side to the other. So if I got a bag and I didn't have these corners sticking out, I would need at least a 30-inch bag across. The length of the bag is going to need to be 30 inches in order for me to put this in here. Now keep in mind, 30 inches is going to be super snug. So you may want to give yourself a little bit of leeway. We're going to do the same thing from the bottom. We're going to measure the halfway point of the gift. From there, we're going to go over to the, start here, going to go out to the front of the gift, and then we're going up all the way to the top so that we'll know how tall of a bag we need. And then, so with that, we're going to start, I don't know what you can see. You can kind of see. All right. So from our middle seam, again, we're going to start at the bottom. Hold on. I don't think that's right. We're going to start at the bottom. I'm going to measure out to the front of the gift. Once we get to the front of the gift, I'm going to hold my finger right there. And now we're finna go up. Hand under here. So I'm needing, in order to go to his head, I'm needing at least 44 inches. And I'm going to hold this here and see if I can get y'all up there. See, I need at least 44 inches up here to get this over this bear's head. And I ain't closed it up or nothing. That's just to get him inside the bag. All the top of his forehead is out, everything. He just in there. So I'm going to need more space to close it up and to get a ponytail. So at this point, I'm already at 54, 55 inches. So I'm going to need a bag that's larger than 30 inches long and taller than 54 inches tall in order to get this particular gift inside of it. Now keep in mind, I did take off the sides and all that kind of stuff because that will make it a little bit wider. But safely, I use a 40 by 60 or 50 by 60 or something like that on these, and I use shrink wraps on them, on my ottomans, most of them, so I can be a little bigger without having to worry about making them smaller. I don't know if I'm going to use shrink wrap on these because they have bears in them, but as long as my backer is up there, I should be able to get away with it. He shouldn't shrink because my backer is actually tall as he is. That works wonders, Miss Marvella. Very nice gift basket. Thank you, Philonda. Hey, Miss Jana. You were able to sell them. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's going to be a big, big bag. Yes, they get big. They get big. Like I say, I have 50 by 60s. And I want to say I have a couple of bags that were a little bit bigger than that. But 50 by 60, I've been able to get most of the huge bears in. Y'all saw that 5-foot teddy bear and the big unicorn thing I showed you guys when I was in storage that day. That thing is larger than my largest bag. So I have to get something larger if I'm going to put him in a bag. Too cute. The bear looks like he has an attitude. LBE, I hope I don't offend you just in case. I hope I didn't offend you just in case. Hey, gotta testify to encourage myself too. I know that's right, Miss Marvell. Oh, that's so awesome, Miss Marvella. Cool beans, cool beans. Oh, that would use a cellar roll. Right. It would use a whole cellar roll up, probably. If not more. And ain't nobody got time for that. That's why I get the bags. Like I say, I can my cellos I can close up with cello roll. The cello rolls I can close up, but when I start doing shrink wrap rolls, it's a little more difficult for me to get my seams as seamless as I want them. So I'm still working on that. Awesome, Miss Marvella. Aunt Sonia, I've been looking to check in on you. On that, I would use a solo roll. Yeah. Do a live when you're ready to wrap it. We've wrapped these before. Heck, I've wrapped at least 10 of these things. Yeah, we've been wrapping these for quite some time. But I'll wrap it with you guys if y'all want me to. I will, I will. And yeah, he's not finished. He has some other items over here and some other things. So, like I say, you guys will see him. This ain't staying in here. This is I think a roll, and that's not staying. Um, this ain't staying. I literally just put that in there today. This was supposed to be in there somewhere, but I took him out. So yeah, he's got some stuff. I'm waiting on a particular item that I was supposed to get in the mail today, to finish him up, and then I'll go through and assemble him on his stuff. But this also does not have any paper in the bottom of it. This has a couple of boxes down there. Actually, two boxes, one Xerox box and then another box in here. So this doesn't have all of that stuff in it either. But these are heavy enough that they're not going to blow over. If you use those cardboard methods or the paperless foundation methods, make sure you put something at the bottom of those so they don't tip over, because the wind will catch them and they're going to blow your stuff around. Almost 75 likes. Ooh. Well, that's the end of my TED Talk. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you. Are there any last questions, comments, or concerns? Tonight we have discussed paperless foundations. We discussed cardboard foundations. We talked about using boxes and cups and other items as foundational pieces other than your packaging paper. I told you how to go back to my previous lives and videos and search for the cardboard foundation methods and the paperless methods. Um, we went over the gifts that I created for the hair care. Here is one. And y'all can't see nothing because y'all still up there in the ceiling. Oh, there you go. Question: does anybody know of an easy way to get permanent vinyl off of a drinking glass? Ooh. Oh, Miss Sonia says call her. There is a spray you can buy at Walmart that removes permanent vinyl. Ooh. So here's one of them. And then I had another one with a different color brush here. And then the other ones are variations of these. A different color massager. Um, and the other one I haven't even finished. So that's what we got going on here today. So I think that's about it. I didn't think we were going to cover any of this stuff today, but here we are. Okay, Auntie. I think that's it, y'all. No questions, comments, or concerns. So I think we are on our way out. Taylor, do you know the name of it? Please and thank you. Oh, I left the key component of my bear over here. And you guys will see that later. All right, that's it and that's all. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I was supposed to be making bows for these things and putting them in bags, but we were off on other tangents tonight. So I'll get them bowed up and add them to my inventory and all of those things. I have not figured out my ribbon before I finished. I was kind of thinking I may go with this. I do not think I want to go with this because that's a little bit busier than I want it to be. And it kind of clashes with some of my plaids and stuff inside my gift, but that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to figure out exactly which ones I want to use. I was trying not to use this stripe because I just did a whole bunch of stripes on those other ones. I have some Halloween ribbon here, which is an orange. That is not the peach that I needed it to be. So that one got mixed. I got a couple of turquoises up here that I have that may work with some of them. And then this glittery stuff may work. And a little bit of peach. And I may be able to get away with that for all of them. Yeah, we may do those ones. And I'll find me a little piece of light peach and put in there. And I think that'll be it. I appreciate you for sharing. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all of the information as usual. You're welcome, Kay. Thank you for sharing. Enjoyed the live. You gave some good information. Thank you, Mrs. Stella. No, not sure, but look for permanent vinyl remover. Chosen says, I need to be taking my butt to bed, but I'm over here touching stuff. So that means we're going over to Chosen's house because she's over there working. And obviously, she has some stuff out on her table and all of the things. So we'll go over there and hang out with her. I see all them laughing emojis out there. Chosen, don't get me. I was just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's what I need. Ribbon? Yes, goodness. Y'all, I had put a whole bunch of ribbon in my cart. And it's not technically my cart, it's the husband's cart on Walmart, right? Well, he went in there to buy something. I forget what he got shipped here the other day, and did not see all of that stuff in that cart. And baby, when I tell you, he was like, "What is this? Who ordered ribbon? I've been hacked. Somebody got a whole bunch of ribbon from my Walmart." I'm like, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "No, it says that it's another thing, another order, or no, it's items in my order that I didn't put in there." And I was like, "It was probably me." And even that's when he said it was ribbon. I was like, "It was definitely me. Like, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "Man, you better check what's in the cart before you check out, sir. It's not just you. Anybody could have put that stuff on there." And the first person I thought about was Sean. I didn't even hear all of her live about that, but that immediately made me think of her. I was like, "Oh Lord." So yeah, he didn't check the cart. I don't know why he thought he would be the only one putting stuff in there. You tell me he been hacked, girl. I was like, "What? Not from Walmart." And he was like, "Yeah." So I say, "Well, look, because you can, well, I don't know if you guys know, but with the Walmart Plus, the subscription that he pays for, you can actually look and see all of your previous purchases. So, like all of the crap that I buy at a Walmart, he literally sees that. It goes to his Walmart account because all of the receipts are tracked in there. So I can do returns and stuff without actually having my receipt with me because it's all tracked in the app. So he sees all of the things. So I was like, "You see me in the buying stuff. Why would you think that you know you was the only one?" I don't know, but nevertheless, he was not hacked. No hackers got on his account and ordered ribbon to be sent to his house. So no, sir, you have not been hacked. That was your wife, and and then to make it so bad, how about the ribbon is all? Some of it said it was on back order, and then some of it has been canceled out of the order. So now it's all kind of credits going back and forth. So yeah, yeah. So it's a little bit, it's a little easier than I would have thought, especially if you have joint uh, accounts. Now that this didn't happen when I had my own Walmart subscription, but I was like, I ain't paying for that Walmart subscription when he get it for free, so I'm not paying for that. About to watch your Lavender of Love Chosen. Oh, I gotta go see. Other thanks for the investment into the basket business. Exactly. Except for the fact that they canceling my doggone ribbon. It was Christmas ribbon. And when I was in the store and seeing it and stuff, I was putting it in my cart so I could remember to go back. Because I only went out for 75% off right before I had surgery that day. So I did that. And then I was actually able to get out one time for the 90% off. So when I was out for 70% off, I was putting stuff in my cart because I was thinking once I get home and I'm on bed rest, I can just watch it to see when it drops in price and then I'll order it. Well, I never went back and did any of that, and his butt went on there ordering stuff, so he bought a whole bunch of ribbon. Hooray, we hit 75 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. All right, I'm finna go. We've been up here a long, long time. 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's a lot. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope some of this was helpful. Um, if you have any questions that you did not get answered tonight, definitely drop them in the comments below. I also ask that you go check for me tomorrow. Come and look at my channel tomorrow. This should have uploaded by then. Um, and leave me a comment. I don't get nearly as many comments on my lives, So as soon as I end this, you should be able to see it because you guys are here. So if you can leave me a comment, hashtag replay, thanks for the live, your husband bought ribbon, like whatever you want to say, that would be awesome in there so we can get some engagement in the lives also. And why are you spinning? Okay, let's go. Very helpful, thank you. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I missed all the ribbon sale. I got sick, had a bad fall. Oh no, Taylor, are you okay? I hope you're better. Please hype the video later. It was helpful. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Peace and blessings.